Alright folks, whenever I see that brown UPS truck rolling through, I know I'm in for a good day. So today is the day that I received my Oneleaf. We're going to take a look at this thing and see what's good. It is really nicely packaged, I'll give them that right off the bat. So let me open this thing up and then we'll take a look at what's in the box real quick, but more importantly, I want to actually look at day and nighttime footage of it. Alright, as expected, I actually ordered it from Oneleaf, and if you order it from there, you need to buy the separate adapter. So I just went all out, bought all three. So I've got the three adapters, 45mm, 42, and 48. Comes with some electrical tape if you need to thicken up your scope, and then of course it comes with the unit. What's this? Just some Allen keys and looks like some O-rings. And then it comes with a little warning and the manual. So let me read that, and then the next thing is I'll take it out and we'll see how it films in the day and at night. Okay, real quick. This image is from the Amazon listing. You'll see in the top left corner you do get all three adapters with the Amazon listing. If you buy off the Oneleaf website itself, you only get one adapter and you'll have to pay for the other two. So you'll end up at about $360 on oneleaf.ai, and on Amazon you'll end up at $340. Now I do have affiliate links for both Oneleaf and Amazon. I'll drop those in the description. Please help me out, support the channel, use those links if you're going to buy the product. And I'd really appreciate that. Thanks, guys.
Okay, for this part I'm going to do a voiceover because the Oneleaf microphone sounds like a 1970s drive-through. It's terrible. This is at 20 yards right here, that fence post, and this is at the lowest setting. I got the 16mm version of the Oneleaf, which begins at 4 power, and my optic is Element Helix 6 to 24. So this is at 6 power. That little stump there is about the size of a chipmunk's head. That's about 25 yards. So you can see target acquisition at closer ranges is super hard, and it even becomes harder at night. This pole here is at 75 yards, so pretty good clarity, still at 6 on the Helix and the lowest power on the Oneleaf. Let's take a look out to 120 yards, which is that post. So this is still lowest power. I'll zoom in to 12 power on the Helix here. Take another look at that. So again, that's 120 yards. You could shoot a squirrel from that distance, no problem, using this setup. And then I'll bobble it around here and we'll zoom into 24 times, and I'll take a look at my steel target out at 150 yards. Now you'll notice it gets a little bit grainy here, so for daylight mode that might be the limit, but if you're doing close range airgun shooting, I would probably suggest the 12mm version for sure. Okay, just for grins, let's take a look at 10 yards. So with the 16mm version, I'm starting off on 4 power, and the lowest on my Helix is 6, so it's pretty useless. That little opening in the snow is maybe like 3 inches long, maybe less, maybe in like 2 inches, and it is going to be real hard to pick out and find a target at that range using the 16mm. So I did manage to shoot 2 squirrels while I was filming this. The first one is going to be at 50 yards, and the second one is at 20, and I will shut up and let you hear the Oneleaf camera mic system.
Nailed him. 20 yards. Smashed him.
Okay, so back to voiceover mode. This is the squirrel I shot. I threw him at 20 yards, 22 yards or so, and popped on the IR there. It was pretty hard to get him in focus at 20 yards, so definitely not the greatest at close range. And then there's that 75-yard post. So I'm playing with zooming the IR out. It has a zoomable IR for near and far. You can adjust it by pulling it out. And then what's also critical is getting your parallax adjusted. So if you don't have your parallax set correct, which believe me is hard to do in the dark, you will have trouble focusing on whatever you're looking at. So I'm going to zoom in here and try to find the 120-yard pole. So that's still the 75 one right there. Pretty good clarity. You also get washout. Like if there's grass and stuff sticking up and that IR is trying to shine through it, you'll get washout. Okay, so here's the 120-yard. Playing with the IR settings a little bit here, it looks like. Pretty good clarity, totally usable at 120 yards. All good, but I couldn't get rid of that scope shadow to the right. Not sure if it's by design, because if you notice your crosshairs on the screen are off to the left a bit. So I'll back out to 20 yards, we'll look at that squirrel and get him in better focus, and I'll go back to the Oneleaf mic.
And we'll go and look at that 20-yard target. Need to get him in better focus. Wow, even after he's dead, his eyes still illuminate. That's cool. So yeah, this thing actually is pretty badass. I'm impressed with it. It'll be good to get some actual use on it. There's my other squirrel.
And since I still have a round in the chamber... Oh, also, this thing has a laser. So check this out. And I already zeroed it, so let's whomp him one since I want to get this round out of my chamber before I go home. Smashed. And now we hear coyotes. If I had more time, I'd sit out here and get one. Wow, they're everywhere. Oh, they're close. They're super close. They might be coming in. So you know I'm going to go after those coyotes, but on the way there I'm looking around and I see these deer. This is about 100, maybe 110, 20 yards. Not bad, pretty cool, and I think I have another clip of them. Let me put that next. So there's that deer again, about 150 yards. When sticks get up close, you do get a bit of washout, but that's pretty cool, man. Okay, so this is where the fun begins. Now, since I can't really see at close range, it's different looking at the video than actually looking through the scope, but I know there's coyotes there. I should have just turned the laser on and let them have it. I can see them through with my naked eye. I just couldn't get the NV100 to focus on them, so I'm like freaking out, trying to mess with the settings here. There's another one. These are like 30-40 yards. These would have been easy kills, and I'm just getting internally pissed about this, kind of kicking myself. So they all get spooked and run away. So I'm sitting here just kicking myself, and so I start to just lip squeak, hoping maybe I could lip squeak one back in, and what happens next is cool but also sucks. So check this out. Man, major bummer. I missed like an inch to the left. And so don't worry, I've got something that kind of makes up for that a little bit. So the very next night, I was feeling like a bitch from missing, so I went back to try to get my retribution, and I lip squeaked some in, just squeaking like a mouse, and I got 2 to come right in. So watch what happens next here. Hit. Alright, so I got my sweet revenge. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. He was definitely hit. You could hear the sound of the impact on his flesh in the previous. So crosshairs over his face. Boom, there's the shot. Smack. His head goes down. Right now I'm thinking, oh shit, I got him. And then he just gets back up and bolts away. So I'm pretty sure I shot right through his snout. I can't believe that didn't drop him. And ethically, I wish I had have just dropped him on the spot. But if you're a hunter, you know sometimes that's just the way the game goes. So at least I didn't miss this time, and maybe he'll think twice before he comes into the neighborhood, terrorizes people's pets, kills baby fawns, and other things. They are completely overrun, as you heard when I put the laser on that squirrel and shot at it, and then it apparently excited the coyotes, because there was about like, I don't know, probably 15 back there. So take that and don't come around no more. Okay, now that I've shown you guys a lot of footage, I showed you 20 yards, 75 yards, 120 yards, daytime, nighttime, so you've got a good feel for what the footage looks like. So I'd give you my final thoughts here. So the first thing you should know about this thing is this is not real night vision, okay? Real night vision is expensive, and it uses phosphorus tubes to help with your night vision. So if you want real night vision, go spend $5K on a PVS 14, and I'm sure you'll be happy as a clam, but you'll be broke. So let's get into the pros and cons of it now. I'll do one pro and then one con, so we're not lopsiding it too badly. But what I just said leads me right into the first pro. So for the value of your dollar, you get a lot. So it's $300, and I mean, you're able to operate at night with that. So that's pretty cool. Good value for your money is the first pro. Cons, well, it produces TS files, which are a weird video format. My editor wouldn't even use them, so I had to figure out how to convert them. I found a website called Cloud Converter that was free and easy to convert them to MP4s, so that worked good, but kind of a con there. Back to pros, decent build quality, so you can feel that right when you pick it up.
really clean looking device, and also even just the packaging and stuff is really nice. So definitely a good build quality there. Back to the cons, the 16 millimeter version, which I got, the minimum magnification is 4 times, so multiply that by whatever the lowest scope setting you have, and you're already at pretty high zoom. So for those close range shots, it makes target acquisition pretty difficult, and I wish I had have gone with the 12 millimeter version, so shame on you other YouTubers who told me I'd be fine with the 16. No, definitely if you're an air gunner and takes a lot of close range stuff, get the 12. Okay, so back to pros. It has a frickin' laser, which is a cool little feature that they put in there. You saw me smoke that dead squirrel with it, so pretty cool. Definitely useful, like if you're trying to fumble around with stuff in the night and you can't find them in your reticle or whatever, just in their close range, pop the laser on them and pull your trigger. Not bad. Back to the con side, kind of grainy footage, not super high quality like HD footage, but definitely serviceable still. So, I mean, you be the judge. You saw all my footage. Back to the pro side, good battery life. So the battery that it comes with is a Samsung, and it's nice and rechargeable. But additionally, you can just pop this open, plug a micro USB into there that's attached to a battery bank, and now you have basically like a bulk fill, so to speak, on your battery for this thing. So that's a pro. Back to the con side, scope shadow. I couldn't figure out how to get rid of that. I tried being super meticulous about adjusting it in every which way and couldn't get rid of it. I've seen other guys' videos with it. Looks like they had it too. You're trying to look through a circular thing in a square box, so maybe that's just how it is. So then back to the pro side, I thought it was super user-friendly. All the controls are really good. It has a digital menu that you put your eye up to here, and it's really easy to scroll through and use. It has a nice little calibration feature in there, and I thought that was pretty cool. So very user-friendly. They thought of pretty much everything for it, so I think that's cool. And then the last con I had was that it's kind of heavy. So it's like a little over 3/4 of a pound, but there's a lot of technology jammed in there, so I guess that's to be expected. And if it weighed 2 ounces, I would question the build quality. So I'm not sure if that's really super qualifiable as a con, but it is a little bit heavy. So, but with that, hopefully this is helpful to you guys. I'm going to put affiliate links for Oneleaf.ai, the website, their manufacturer website, as well as Amazon. And I'll give you all the adapters and everything like that in the description and comments. So if you guys want to support the channel and you want to buy the product, please buy it through there. I have not made one sale on any of those things yet, so I just started. But that would be pretty cool. So I'd appreciate that. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you next time.